Thanks for joining us on Sheridan County Ag Update. Today we have Dallas Mount with us, who is the founder, I guess, or the owner of the Ranching for Profit, which I know some of us are like, those two words don't go together, but Dallas is going to tell us how those two words can go together and about their upcoming youth or young persons event that they're going to have up here in our area. So Dallas, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, you bet. I appreciate the invitation to be on. Yeah, I'm not the founder. Our company is actually 35 years old. I'm the third owner of the company. So I'm carrying on the work of the people that have come before me. But yeah, we're excited for the young adult Ranching for Profit School that we'll be holding in the Sheridan area again this year.
All right. And that takes place June 11th through the 15th. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what this is and how this can help these young people?
Sure, you bet. So this is, I think, the fifth one we've done, and I think it'll be our third or actually fourth one that we've held in the Sheridan area. This is it's really an exciting thing because our company's been teaching the Ranching for Profit School for like I said, about a little over 3 decades. And it's always been targeted towards adults, towards people that are in the ranching business. And when my wife and I got the company about 5 years ago, one of the things we were really passionate about is reaching young people in that really important stage of life. And the age group we're targeting is 18 to 25. So it's young people that are looking at, maybe making career choices and looking at the way things work. And we thought we really want to reach these people that want to do ranching or agriculture as a career and be able to get in front of them with some of the things that our company's been teaching to adults for a long time. The main idea is to get these young people asking better questions and looking at things differently. Because as you mentioned, it's often there's this idea that, well, you're in agriculture, it can't be profitable, right? And that to me is a terrible attitude to take around being involved in an ag business. Because if you're a young person with a sharp mind and a really want to contribute, why do you want to go work for a farm or ranch if it's a bunch of hard work and it's financially unrewarding? Who would want to do that? So we want to take a different approach at it and say, these farms and ranches can be financially rewarding if we bring business principles to them. And we think we've got some good ideas on how to do that.
Cowboy State Bank, helping farmers, ranchers, and the ag community succeed for over 100 years. Well, that's great because I think I've seen it. My grandfather worked for a large outfit, which is how we got to Wyoming. He was working for him in New Mexico, and my dad worked for him, and then nobody wanted the ranch, so it got sold. So then my dad had his own place, and now my husband and I have it. But so many of the young from it because it is hard work. Want to get away.
Yeah. And, succession is a big thing we talk about with a lot of these ag businesses. And if you want the succession to go well, having a profitable business is a big part of that, right? I mean, who wants to come back and work for something that's economically losing money every year?
So this Ranching for Profit for the young adults, you mentioned it was 18 to 25. And where can they go to learn more information about this and to sign up for it?
Sure. Yeah. Go on our website, ranchingforprofit.com. And if you go on our schedule page, you'll see a link to it there. And it's got an agenda there. Just to break down what we do for you in a nutshell, it's half a day of classroom type work. And then the other half a day is out on a ranch. So during the 4.5 days that we're together, we do 4 different ranch tours as part of that time together. So we get to go see different operations, do hands-on things, whether it's looking at soil health, looking at grazing systems, body condition scoring livestock, looking at different, talking with the managers of those places about what works and what doesn't. And then the classroom stuff, I use that in quotes because we use a ranch up by Decker, Montana, which is not far from Sheridan. And the classroom portion happens in an indoor arena. So we set up tables and chairs in there. And a lot of the classroom stuff is actually, physical hands-on stuff that we're doing as a group to dive into these concepts. So it's not your typical classroom experience. And also the participants that are there are camping there. So it's bring your tent, bring your sleeping bag. We bring a caterer in that feeds everybody really well. But it's it's a stay over and enjoy, meet some people. Last year we had 54 participants from 17 states and 3 different countries participate. So it's a nice big swath of young people from all over the U.S. and broader.
Well, and I saw that it's at the, like you said, at Decker at the Rock Springs Ranch. And for those of us around here, it's the old ranch home place.
That's right.
For the Sheridan people. So
right.
But a lot of us are familiar with that. So tell us a little bit about your other seminars that you had, because when I looked on your website, I saw you have quite a few in Billings each year, and that's pretty close for people around here to go to. Quality Kubota machinery and customer care from the heart. Proudly serving Sheridan and the surrounding areas since 1996. Go online to heartlandkubota.com or stop by Heartland Kubota, 2450 Heartland Drive.
Sure. Yeah. So Ranching for Profit is our keynote program. It's a 7-day business management school for people in agriculture. And we hold those all across the U.S., in Canada as well. We do about 12 locations throughout the year, and 2 of those happen in Billings. We do a winter school and a summer school in Billings. So our summer school is coming up in June. Our summer school is already full for Billings coming up, but we always do a school about the second week in January in Billings as well. Ranching for Profit, it's based on the idea that knowing how to raise livestock is not the same thing as knowing how to run a business that raises livestock, right? So we see ourselves as we're like the MBA program for people in ag, right? So if you farm or a ranch and you're in the agricultural business, most of the time, nobody ever taught you how to run a business, right? And that's, we grow up, hey, here's how you pull a calf, here's how you fix a fence, here's how you fix a tractor. But whoever taught you, how do you put together an economic plan that actually works? How do you put together a cash flow forecast that makes sense? How do you, should you use leverage? Should you not use leverage? How do you get the people in your business moving in the same direction, targeted towards the same mission and vision? And when you're working with family, how do you hold people accountable without creating a rift in the family? Right. So those are the things we talk about at Ranching for Profit, are those kind of business management things.
Well, and is this more targeted towards larger ranches, or is this for the smaller, 100 acres, 20 head of cows type thing?
Yeah, it's for people who want business results from their farm or ranch. So if you're just starting out, maybe you don't even own a single animal or a single acre of land, but someday you want agriculture to be a major part of supporting your life. Right. If that's the case, then we're a good fit. If you've got 10 sheep in your backyard and 20 years from now, it's going to be 10 sheep in your backyard and they're just a hobby, we're not a very good fit. Right. So we're a good fit for those people who actually want their ag business to support a piece or all of, of their life and have it be a source of income.
Making plans for building a new barn, shop, or commercial building? Don't do any planning without a call to Sheridan's premier post-frame building and homes builder, True Built Builders, online at truebuiltbuilders.com. Right. Well, I think this would be a great program, this Ranching for Profit for Young Adults for my niece. She's going to school in Brookings in the ag department. She's kind of going back and forth between ag business and vet science. And, she's 18. She's figuring it out. But I think this would be a great thing for her, because eventually my husband and I would like to leave this to her and her brother, our place, as something for them, the family succession. So I think it's a great idea, and I hope that our interview can get some interest in it, not just the youth, but maybe the other programs as well. So
cool.
Is there anything else? You bet.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about your programs? Or
Yeah, I think we gave them in a nutshell. The one thing I would say is if somebody's local is looking at coming to the school up in Decker, I would advise against thinking that you're going to drive back and forth for the daily sessions. A lot of the value of being there is the networking that happens, the socialization that happens in the evening time. I mean, we kind of finish the formal program each day by about 5 o'clock, but last year when we had that amazing group there, I mean, they ended up carrying on late into the night sometimes, of course, and we've got an amazing group of instructors that come and hang out with the young people. And a lot of the time you'll see where, one of the guys that comes with us is from Oklahoma. Wally Olson is his name, and he just loves talking to young people about ag. So like last year in the evening, Wally would have a group of like a dozen young people sitting around picking his brain about how did you make your money in ag? How do you do this? How do you do that? What should we buy these cows? Should we sell these cows? Right. And they're picking the mind of someone who's been amazingly successful in this business. And he's just happy to do it. Right. So you'd miss out on those kind of things if like somebody from Sheridan said, well, I'm going to drive up there and be there by 8 o'clock in the morning and then get out of class at 5 and drive home and sleep in my own bed, right? I think you'd be making a terrible mistake. So if you want to come, fully commit and throw your sleeping bag, your bedroll in and come up and spend the week with us, it's going to be a great time.
Well, it sounds like an amazing opportunity, and I hope that we have some local folks take advantage of that. So, Dallas, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it, and hopefully when you're here, we'd love to meet you in person.
Great. Well, mark those dates down on your calendar and run up there one evening and maybe join us for dinner and have your microphone and interview some of the participants that are there. I think you'll enjoy it. So,
absolutely. I'd love to do that.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Dallas. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.